Here's a bold statement. Tom Waits' Rain Dogs isn't just an album. It's a sonic rebellion, a junkyard symphony, and a masterclass in DIY creativity. But here's where it gets controversial. While many celebrate it as his masterpiece, some argue it's too chaotic, too far removed from his earlier, more accessible work. Love it or hate it, Rain Dogs is impossible to ignore. And this is the part most people miss. It's not just about the music. It's about the process, the raw, hands-on approach that defines Waits' artistry. Widely hailed as one of America's greatest songwriters and a storyteller par excellence, Tom Waits has long captivated audiences with his gritty tales of the marginalized and his signature gravelly vocals. From his 1973 debut Closing Time to 2011's Bad As Me, his catalog has been revered by music luminaries and fans alike. But it's his mid-80s trilogy, Swordfish Trombones, Rain Dogs, and Frank's Wild Years, that many consider his most daring and immersive work. These albums, self-produced and brimming with experimental zeal, cemented his status as the ultimate outsider artist. Thematically, the trilogy dives deep into the underbelly of American society, giving voice to the homeless, the addicted, and the rootless. Lyrically, it's a raw exposé of urban decay, yet it's also a celebration of humanity's resilience in the face of despair. Tracks like Underground, Jockey Full of Bourbon, and Way Down in the Hole, later immortalized as the theme for The Wire, paint a vivid, interconnected world of misfits and outcasts, with Waits himself at its poetic center. Rain Dogs, the trilogy's centerpiece, is often cited as Waits' magnum opus. Inspired by his move from California to New York, the album is a sonic snapshot of his new surroundings. With encouragement from his wife, Kathleen Brennan, Waits ditched the barroom piano of his earlier work and embraced a bizarre array of instruments, including a chest of drawers, which he famously destroyed during the recording of Singapore. Is this genius or madness? You decide. Waits' approach to sound was anything but conventional. Instead of relying on technology, he hunted down sounds like a musical frontiersman. If I want a sound, I usually feel better if I've chased it and killed it, skinned it and cooked it, he once said. This DIY ethos extended to his vocals, too, as he experimented with singing through pipes, trumpet mutes, and even drinking glasses. The result? A soundscape that's as raw and unpredictable as the streets of New York. The album's percussion, in particular, is a masterclass in innovation. Michael Blair's use of unconventional instruments, from wooden blocks to that infamous chest of drawers, added a primal, tribal edge to the music. Coupled with a loose jazz ensemble featuring stand-up bass, saxophone, and banjo, Rain Dogs is a genre-defining collage of sounds that reflects the multicultural chaos of New York subcultures. Take Hang Down Your Head, for example. Drummer Stephen Hodges was instructed to avoid cymbals entirely, focusing instead on toms to create a tribal, hypnotic groove. I can count on one hand the number of cymbal notes I played with Tom, Hodges recalled. This rejection of traditional drumming is just one example of Waits' relentless pursuit of originality. Rain Dogs also marked Waits' first collaboration with guitarist Mark Ribot, whose experimental approach, wrapping guitar strings with gum, attaching blender parts to his instrument, added to the album's industrial, otherworldly vibe. Even Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones lent his whiskey-soaked licks to tracks like Big Black Maria, further enriching the album's sonic tapestry. Despite its commercial underperformance, Rain Dogs has been celebrated by future innovators like Radiohead's Thom Yorke, who described it as a short movie set in a mysterious, circus-like down-at-heel America. Its influence is undeniable, proving that Waits' willingness to break the rules created something timeless. So here's the question. Is Rain Dogs a chaotic mess or a groundbreaking masterpiece? Does its rejection of technology and embrace of raw, handmade sounds make it more authentic or just harder to digest? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. Agree, disagree, or just share your favorite track. The debate is open.